All right, you guys, we're getting ready to put the fenders on our Kenworth. Now, here's the thing. I got a build sheet coming for this rig because the sticker inside the driver's side door, you can't read it. So I don't have anything but the last 6. What I did to get my information was I called Coopersburg Kenworth up in PA. So they're a little bit away, but that's okay because Bill is a really cool dude, and he said, give me the last 6. He looked it up, and that's the beauty of it all. You got to remember something with these trucks. Each one of these trucks is pretty much a custom truck. A guy could walk into a dealership and order exactly what he wants. If he wants to do heavy haul, he could get it stretched from the factory, get the extra tag axle on it. He can get whatever he needs to get the job done. If it's a fleet truck, they're pretty much in line with each other because the fleet does maintenance. Whoever the owner of the fleet is, I should say, takes care of maintenance 9 out of 10 times. But this truck, the best we can tell, was not a fleet truck. So I need to find out exactly what it came with, so I know what I'm looking at, because things might have been changed. I believe this is either a 97 to 2000. I'm waiting to find out, and we'll go from there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our fenders on. These fenders were ordered before I got here, so I don't know who made them. I can't give you that information, but I will do some research and pass it on to you if I can find out whose they are. They're pretty cool fenders. It's not what I would order, but hey, I didn't order them, so it's okay. The other thing we're going to do is, if you notice, I got these blocks of wood here. What these blocks of wood for is to give us space, so if we ever get a flat tire, when the air's all the way out, we have room underneath. We can lift it up. We're not on the fender, because these fenders will have to come off to fix the tire. When you take it off, you just have to take off the fender. So that we have to take all that into consideration, because if it's all the way down on top of the fender, you're not going to get it off because it's filling all this up, and it's going to make it more difficult. And we don't want to do that. Plus, if we get a, if we're running down the road and we get a flat, we want to try and save the fender, because this carcass, when it comes off, if it's a retread, will destroy this fender. So we have to take all these things into consideration when we put it on. Clyde, are you ready to lift this fender up? Are you ready to pick things up and put things down?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. You got enough space on your side? Tilt it forward a little for the 5th wheel handle. Just put it down. All right, now we step back and we take it all in. We soak it all in now. Ooh. Couple of things you need to take into consideration is the space between the edge of the fender and the frame. You want to make sure it's square. If it's 3 inches here, it's got to be 3 inches in the front. That way it looks good going down the road. The other thing that you need to worry about is on the sidewall on the outside. You want to make sure you have enough room on the sidewall. This way nothing's rubbing on the fender, and you should be fine. Something else you guys need to keep in mind, besides the spacing between the frame rail and the fender, you also need to worry about how the tire sits in the wheel opening. If the tire's too far forward or too far back, it looks bad going down the road. So we're going to make sure that the wheel is centered in the opening. So you've got to worry about really 3 measurements: frame rail, sidewall, and where it sits in relationship to inside the opening. Those are the important things you got to worry about. And then we'll talk about mounting it later, but mounting it, that's down the road, because now I got to figure out how I'm going to mount these fenders.